I am such a sucker for Jim Croce. He's got to be one of the most underrated singer-songwriters in the history of American music. Just the most heartfelt lyrics, catchy hooks, and a sweetheart of a personality to go with it. This is the story of Jim Croce. James Joseph Croce was born in the winter of 1943 into an Italian working-class family where he was surrounded by classic folk songs and cultural standards. In the 1950s and 60s, he became interested in the New York folk revival and started playing guitar and writing songs of his own really young. After high school, he went out into the coffee houses around Philadelphia and tried to make it as a musician. In 1966, he released his debut independently released album, Facets, and also married Ingrid Jacobson. Not long after, the two started singing together and released another album as a folk singing duo, Jim and Ingrid Croce, in 1969. These albums didn't make a huge splash, and by the time the 70s singer-songwriter boom occurred, solo artists had now become the main focus of the industry. So in order to showcase his capabilities as a solo artist, Jim created a partnership with guitarist Maury Mulhausen and recorded an 8-song demo that his production team used to get funding from the Netherlands-based Polygram to record a full album. After being rejected by about 40 record labels, he was signed to ABC Records after a chance meeting with promotion man Marty Cupps, and they released the album on the label in 1972. The album would be titled You Don't Mess Around with Jim, after the title track, a song about a legendary character on 42nd Street in New York, Big Jim Walker, a pool-shooting son of a gun. He describes this hilarious person who's supposed to be big and dumb and mean, and his reputation precedes him. By the end of the song, however, Jim gets what's coming to him when he tries to mess with the wrong guy, somebody who dared to tug on Superman's cape, so to speak. Like most of Jim's songs, it was brilliantly clever, laced with moral lessons and deeper meaning. Then, in addition to that song as a major hit, he also released Operator, just a stunning ballad about betrayal and heartbreak. In January 1973, Jim released his 4th album, Life and Times, which included the song Bad Bad Leroy Brown, and he really proved what a talent he was at character studies. Leroy Brown would help Jim get his first #1 hit on the Billboard charts. Later that summer, he'd started working on the follow-up to that album, finally feeling like he was getting somewhere with his music. They were touring again in the fall when Jim and Maury were both tragically lost in a terrible plane crash in September 1973, shocking and devastating his fans who were just getting to know him. The album that he'd been working on would be released posthumously, and the lead single by the same name shot up to #1 on the charts, solidifying his legacy as one of the most talented storytellers and songwriters of his generation.